How did Ben get started in this, and who is the other lady? Is it Huang?
Huong. Huong.
Hua?
Huong, with this kind of an NG at the end. You put your tongue towards the back of your mouth. Huong.
Hung.
Huong. So I can share with you their story. Ben is a civil engineer, and he's traveled the world basically managing and building projects. His last assignment was in Vietnam, and he spent 2.5 years there. And he was building a factory. As part of he's living there, and he needed some help to navigate. And he met Huong, who was the sister-in-law of his landlord. And they hit it off, and they have a similar passion for kids, and felt terrible going through the streets and seeing the challenges that these children faced. So they hit it off. Ben would come home for a sabbatical, raise money from his friends and neighbors in church, come back, and Huong and Ben would ride around on a motorcycle to the street children program or the orphanages, or they'd hear about a family, and they would just help. They would give aid, whether it was food or maybe money to buy a bike or something to fix a roof. And it was a pretty rap and scrabble time. Ben even went to his factory where they had like a throwaway material, and there was some sheet metal. Okay, well, let's get the sheet metal, and we'll help repair a family's house. And it was a lot of work trying to squeeze in between working full time and then, doing this work. Ben retired, and Huong and Ben, sitting around a table before they left, decided, why can't we keep doing this? And let's do a charity. So Ben came home and did all the paperwork required to fulfill our United States government obligations. And Huong worked on getting a permit available in certification in Vietnam. And the first couple years, they operated when Ben came into town, Huong would take time off from her work, and then they would do the charity work, and then they'd go back to their respective corners. So finally, we raised enough money to be able to hire Huong. So she was a founder as well as our first director, and first employee, and now director, country director. We were established in 1998, and that's our formal start date, according to the IRS. And this year, we're actually celebrating a year-long celebration for our 20th anniversary, which officially happens in October of 2018. So we're celebrating 20 years, and Huong has been there from day one, as, of course, has Ben. And just thousands and thousands of children's lives have been touched. And all of this is because of donors who've made this possible, all of it. We've really transformed many children's lives together with our donors. So, very grateful.
Well, that's a wonderful story. It is. He seems to be a stickler, too. He seems to get it done.
He is. He is. I've been working with Ben for 12 years now. I came on board as a volunteer first, and then a board member, and now I'm their executive director. And he's truly an amazing man. He's my mentor, and it's just really fun. And let's get it done. And there's the high ground, the ethics in which we operate. And I have to say, working with Huong is, she guides us in Vietnam expertly, because we're foreigners. No matter how many years you go back to a country, you are always a foreigner unless you grow up in that culture. And Huong is amazing woman. The small, tiny woman with a back of steel. So between the two of them, they've been a pretty amazing journey to be with them both.
Well, that's wonderful. That's good.